just wanted to say once again to the world out there, please keep watching TVSB. Watch it on the internet, on your computer at home, www.tvsb.tv/forward/voice, VOICE. Go on there on Sundays at 10 p.m., Saturdays at 3 p.m., Mondays at 11 a.m., and Wednesday at 12 noon. Okay, so this is Janet, and maybe I'll come, into the show from time to time just to talk about different things. Again, thank you so much, everybody, and any of you musicians, performers, actors, entrepreneurs, please, give Janet a call, give Janet an email, give us a call, let us put you on the show, let everybody out there see how talented you are so that you can enjoy your life as an entrepreneur and an individual artist. So I'm going to sign off right now. Hope you do enjoy this month's Mini Woodstock Festival, and keep watching, everybody, okay? All right, bye-bye for now from Goleta in California at the Dream Machine USA. Bye-bye for now. You're at the Mini Woodstock Festival in Santa Barbara, California. Yes, this is the show where Foreave Stars International shine. It's for entrepreneurs in the entertainment field. And tonight we have some great guests for you, so keep tuned. Here we go at the Dream Machine USA, telling you, lift your glasses, get all your hors d'oeuvres ready, because we're going to have fun tonight. You're at the Dream Machine USA at ABG Studios and our TV studios, Mini Woodstock Festival. So join us, have fun tonight. We've got some great guests for you. Yay! Keep tuned, everybody.
And here's Lucy Looker.
What an introduction. Yes, it is Lucy Looker here, Foreave Stars International reporter, and I am very excited. I have an incredible guest. He's an entrepreneur, he's an entertainer, and he is going to give us a wonderful, wonderful interview telling us all about his life way up in Walnut Creek. That's where he lives. So let me introduce you today to Ramiro Guzman, everybody.
I thank you.
It's lovely to
thank you, Lucy.
have
thank you,
you
Lucy.
Here.
It's glad to be here. Thanks.
Oh, good.
We finally got to hook up and meet
exactly.
you and Dan and Arthur. And I'm thrilled to be here.
Well, I'm so glad that you made it. Was it quite a long trip from Walnut Creek, isn't it?
Yes, it's about 6-7 hour drive.
Oh my goodness.
South, yeah, but it's worth it.
Well, I'm really happy that you made it. I know that later on that you're going to see Ramiro, or you may have already seen Ramiro in one of our shows as a musician, playing and jamming with As We Are, Dan and Ravel. And I'm very excited, and I hope you enjoyed the introduction because, while Ramiro was here, he did this wonderful introduction that we now have, and we'll have every Mini Woodstock Festival show that we put on before Lucy comes on. So it's kind of exciting. So tell us a little bit about, you say that you're an entrepreneur, you actually run your own business in the music world and you entertain.
That is correct.
So tell us a little bit about that. What is it that you do up at Walnut Creek?
I perform in various retirement homes for people that are retired and some that are have Alzheimer's, dementia, and I started, it's my own business basically. I get paid, and a couple I donate my time, but that's what I do.
Yeah, well, that's what an entrepreneur is. That's what we have on the Mini Woodstock Festival. Wonderful people that are individual artists and entrepreneurs in their own right. So you said that you actually entertain the senior citizens that are in their retirement homes and people that aren't that have sickness, obviously Alzheimer's and dementia. It must be wonderful for these patients. They must love you.
Yes, it is actually. They look forward. They say, "Oh, you make my day when you come." I play mostly 30s, 40s, 50s type of repertoire, and it makes a difference in their lives because the therapists tell me that they eat better, they sleep better, and they're in a better mood when they hear those songs. So it's very gratifying for me to be a part of that.
It's incredible. So you've been doing this a long time at Walnut Creek? How
Yes.
long have you lived in Walnut Creek?
I've lived here locally in Oxnard in 1990. I went up there in 92, I want to say.
Wow, it's a long time now.
Yeah, it's been long. I went to join the band initially, and then the band didn't work out, and I started doing this, and I'm happy.
You're having a great life up there, it seems.
I am. Mm-hmm.
And you have a wife. It's Gloria. Hello, Gloria. Thank you very much for, sending him our way. And we're so happy to have him on television in Santa Barbara.
And Jessica, my daughter, also.
And Jessica is your daughter.
Encouraging me.
That's wonderful. Well, we're just so happy to have Ramiro. And so they're quite happy living at Walnut Creek, Gloria and Jessica?
Yes.
They like it there?
Yes, they are. We're there basically because Jessica loves the schools. They're a really good school system there, and that's the basic reason we stayed up there, because the schools are really accredited.
Oh, that's wonderful. Mm-hmm. That's really important nowadays. So tell us a little bit about Oxnard. Ramiro actually was born in Oxnard, were you? Or
I grew up
in Mexico,
yes,
actually, right?
Yes,
that's
correct.
why you're an international star. Because
yes.
Ramiro is also with Mexican bands, including Cooperative. So tell us a little bit about that. You were born in Mexico. Where in Mexico?
In the border town, Tijuana.
Tijuana?
Yeah.
Oh, he was in Tijuana.
I was born there at 1 year of age. We came over to San Clemente, and my father had a job there. And from San Clemente, we came here in Oxnard, 65, I want to say, so around there, 65. And I grew up there until I went to Mexico to live back around the 80s for a few years, and came back and settled in the Bay Area.
Yeah, well, I just know that you have, it was really a fluke that we actually met on Facebook, everybody. Isn't Facebook wonderful? Lucy's thinking she ought to have her own Facebook page soon.
Why not?
I think that might be nice, Lucy Luca having her own Facebook page.
Absolutely.
So, watch out for that, folks. I hope you're all catching the new Lucy Luca Unchained, because that comes from these interviews on the Mini Woodstock and parts that you might not see on the Mini Woodstock, that she's unchained. I get chained up when I actually do Mini Woodstock. I have to hold off some of the stuff and it gets edited out. But we have the Lucy Luca Unchained, so keep watching for that, folks. People can get a hold of you on Facebook too, right, Ramiro?
That's correct. Either Ramiro through Facebook or Ramiro Guzman.
If there are people out there, because this will go on to YouTube, if there's people out there that would really like you to, work at their retirement home, that would be lovely for them to get in contact with you.
And also I do private parties. I do also quinceañeras or weddings or, corporate events. I do different types of music. I do Spanish music also.
Wonderful. That's really, really great. So tell me a little bit about, so your family in Oxnard. I know there's the Alex Castro and
Sasha.
And Sasha, who's Naomi. I love that. It's I ended up forgetting the first name before, but Naomi and Alex, and of course Rosalia, she's your sister. So how many brothers and sisters do you have?
I have one more brother, an older sister, and Rosalba, which is my smaller than me, a little sister.
So tell me, so you have Rosalia, is that how you say her name, Rosalia?
The smaller one is Rosalba.
Rosalva, that's
Rosalva.
it, Rosalva. But everyone calls her Rose.
Yeah.
That's Alex's mum and,
Right.
and Naomi's. And then you have a brother?
A brother, Arnold.
Arnold is your brother?
Yeah, he's older than me.
Okay, so then there comes you, or your sister?
I'm the second. Is Rosalba?
Arnold, and then...
Rosalia. Rosalia.
That's your other sister?
Yes, my other sister.
And then you?
Then me.
And then
Rosalba.
Rose. Okay, Rosalba. Okay, great. Yeah, she's my great... I love Rosalba. She's my Words with Friends partner. Rose and I sit and do Words of Friends midnight.
Yeah, she told me about that yesterday. We were playing
we have
yesterday.
a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun. I love it. She beats me all the time. She's absolutely fabulous. So tell me about why the music?
Oh, well, since I was a kid, I was attracted to music, and the Beatles, of course, they were the first band that got me interested in music. And I've always thought, since I was 10, I formed the first band. My mom bought me a guitar, and my cousin taught me a few chords and everything. And from there, my mom bought me an electric guitar, one of those old Sears with a silver tone amp. And the kids in the neighborhood said, let's form a band, garage band. Okay, and we started playing songs, and then all of a sudden, they said, would you want to go play, in a wedding? And I said, well, we only had like 10 songs. But we said, okay, let's go, we'll repeat the songs, what the hell. So yeah, that's where it started, and I just started liking, and then, of course, the girls started talking to me, so yeah, I said, well, that's even better,
It does help, doesn't it?
Yes.
So, and this was all in Oxnard, right?
Correct.
So, and you were how old then?
10 years old.
You were 10, that's interesting.
I was 10 years old.
Band at 10.
Yeah.
So, and then when you were getting older, what was it that you decided to do from school? Straight away, I guess.
Well, I
That's
graduated from high school, and by then I had a band that was we started recording, and I was between going to college or doing that, but then we recorded the Grease. Remember the Grease?
Yes.
We recorded in Spanish.
Oh, nice.
And that took off, and so I said, well, college knowledge. I'm going to tour. So we did, a very successful tour from 76 to 78,
nice.
79.
And and that was a Spanish band?
A Spanish version of Grease. And other albums too.
Yeah, other stuff too. But that's great. You must have had quite a following.
Yes, we did. We had like 4 #1 hits from that album alone.
Isn't that wonderful?
In the Latin charts, yeah. So we got to tour in Mexico and most of the Southwest.
Exciting. So I think you're going to do a song for us in
Sure.
the Lucy Looker segment. So we're going to have something a little different. So Romero is going to take us out with this song. So we'll say thank you so much for coming. And do you know who comes on next after you? It's Tutu Time.
Tutu Time, my favorite segment.
He loves Tutu Time. He really enjoys Tutu Time. So anyway, everybody, please enjoy Romero giving us an original song. And after that, look for Tutu. Stay on TVSB. Don't adjust your channel. You're watching the Mini Woodstock Festival. See you next month. Bye-bye from Lucy Looker.
Thank you.
Mi niña linda, te quiero decir que como tú a nadie yo he conocido. Baby, baby, baby girl, you are my love, baby, you're my world, yeah. Spend the night with me, baby, baby, set me free. No te vayas, por favor, y quédate en mi corazón. Yeah, mi niña linda. Yeah, baby, you're my world. Yeah, baby, cha 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 cha, means I love you. mi niña linda. Spend the night with me, baby, baby, set me free. No te vayas, por favor, quédate en mi corazón. Ta 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 ta, yeah, means I love you. Ta 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 ta, yeah, baby, you're my world, yeah. Mi niña linda, te quiero decir que como tú a nadie yo he conocido. Ta 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 ta, yeah, means I love you. Ta 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 ta, yeah, baby, you're my world, yeah, baby, you are my world.
Oh, I just received a text. Oh my goodness, you got me with my hair all in rollers. Anyway, I'm excited because Tutu Time is about to happen, everybody. So all the boys and girls, get ready. It's Tutu Time. It's Tutu Time. It's Tutu Time for the young stars of Foreave. Tell me your goals, tell me your dreams, Tutu Time. Tell me your goals, tell me your dreams at Tutu Time. It's Tutu Time and she loves you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's Tutu Time and she loves you. Yeah. Tell me your goals, tell me your dreams. You're the young stars of Foreave. Tutu Time, Tutu Time. It's Tutu Time. An amazing star for us again. You know Skylar Metcalf. It's very exciting. She's going to tell us all about what's been going on with her. And so, Skylar, how you doing? It's good to see you.
Good
So tell
day.
us. Good day? Good day, mate. That's what they say in Australia. Good day. Oh, I teach you. Oh my gosh, Tutu's telling the Aussie accent now. Okay, so tell me. You're so pretty, you know that? Tell me what's been going on in your life at school, or maybe it's a friend. Just tell me some stories. Everybody wants to hear.
Well, last year I had a bunch of friends, but most of them moved schools, and I was really unhappy about that because I played with them every day.
Oh, so you did have a bunch of friends, but then they all moved to another school? Oh, isn't that awful? I remember when I was 13 years of age, I did that. My family went from England all the way to Australia. Oh, it was so sad for a long time. But what happened? Was it good after that? Did something good happen?
Well, I still had one of them, and I play with her a lot. And at school, sometimes I'm able to wash the dishes. Like, you're allowed to wash the dishes if you're 3rd grade or older.
Wow. Do you want to come and do my dishes? I don't like washing dishes. It would be really nice if you could come over and do Tutu's dishes. Yay! Now I know. Now I know. So tell me what's... Okay, she says. She's so obliging. So tell me, what is this little girl's name? Is it a little girl? I'm saying it's a girl. Is it a girl?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, tell me what her name is.
Tori.
Tori. And what is it you like about Tori?
Well, we like to play together, and I don't know, I just like her.
You just like her. And she's fun?
Yeah,
Yes. And how long have you known her since? Has she been at school just this year or?
since 2nd grade.
2nd grade. Wow. So, and how are you doing with all your 3 brothers? Are they behaving themselves with you?
Pretty much.
Pretty much. They're pretty good. Yeah? I know something about you, though. I know you go to Brownies. How do you like Brownies?
It's fun. We get to do a lot of activities, and I like the cookie selling.
Oh, she likes the cookie selling. So folks out there, when the time comes for cookie sales, get a hold of Skylar Metcalf because she's selling you cookies, and help the Scouts. I mean, I think the Scouts, the Girl Scouts, and my children went to the Brownies and the Scouts, and I did when I was a little girl. So I think it's nothing better than enjoying the activities that go on at the Brownies. So let's say bye-bye to everybody out there, huh? And you're going to come back and see us? Yeah. Okay, let's say bye-bye from Skylar.
Bye. See you soon.
Hey, here we are at Tutu Time, and I have a great guest with me today, Calvin Weinstock. Am I saying that correct, Calvin?
Yeah.
Great. So, Calvin, tell us all about yourself. I know you are a local boy. You go to, well, you tell us. Tell everybody where you go.
I go to school at La Colina, and it's really cool. I like all the people there and all the teachers. I like the subjects, yeah.
So you have good teachers at La Colina?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, and I know that you love sports.
Yeah.
And what sports do you like?
I play basketball right now, but a couple of years ago I played baseball and football.
And you really like football?
Yeah, it was fun tackling people, and yeah.
You don't think it's a little rough?
No, I like it.
You like it?
Yeah.
And I know that you go off to Florida, and you know, you have your dad's in Florida, right? So you enjoy Florida. So what are the things you like to do in Florida?
I go to this camp called Sports Time, and it's really cool. We also go to like hotels and stuff and resorts, so it's fun to do it with my family.
So you go with your family to the hotel resorts and enjoy the resort itself? Oh, that's nice. So and how long are you usually in Florida?
From June to like August.
Nice. So tell us a little bit about the things you'd like to do at school.
I like to play basketball at school, obviously, and I just like the subjects. My most favorite is science and social studies.
What are you doing in science or biology?
I was dissecting a cow's eye.
A cow's eye. Wow. Did you find that interesting?
Yeah, it seems cool. Yeah.
It seems really cool.
Yeah.
Great. So you've been in Santa Barbara since you were in second grade, did you say?
Yeah.
So what school did you go to then?
I went to Monte Vista.
Monte Vista. Did you like it?
Yeah, I liked it. It was cool. Yeah.
Did a lot of your friends go from Monte Vista to La Colina?
A couple, like most of them, but like my friends, like my best friends, like 2 or 3 of them went from Monte Vista to La Colina.
Okay, so who are your best friends at school?
My 2 best friends are Cole and Tommy.
Cole and Tommy. You want to do a shout out there to?
Yeah, hi Cole and Tommy. Yeah.
That's nice. What sort of things do you do with Cole and Tommy?
Me and Tommy play like sports a lot, like football and stuff, and then me and Cole play like basketball together, and
So what do you do? So do you hang out with them as well?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so what are your hobbies that you like to do when you're hanging out?
Skateboard, like just go like around the streets, just like hanging out.
Do you go to a skateboard park too?
I haven't really gone there. I just like skateboarding with them. Yeah.
Nice. Wow. So I know that your mum has her own business, doesn't she, in Santa Barbara, and she's going to be on the mini Woodstock next month.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit where your mum has a shop, doesn't she, or a store?
It's called Art and Soul of Santa Barbara.
Art and Soul of Santa Barbara. So now you know who belongs to Kelvin here.
Yeah.
That's his mom.
Yeah.
So you enjoy Santa Barbara?
Yeah, it's nice. The weather's nice, yeah.
You think, yeah, I guess it's probably, I don't know, but for me, Florida was really hot to like work in.
Yeah.
I loved it as a summer resort, which is what you're enjoying it as, right? Awesome.
Yeah.
So where do you want to go when you go? So how long have you got in middle school now? Till high school?
The like 20 days and then next year, so like 8th grade.
Okay, so you're in 7th grade now?
Yeah, and we have like 20 days left of school.
20 days left of 7th grade,
Yeah.
wow. And then you go into...
8th grade.
Is that high school? No,
No.
that's one more grade, isn't
Yeah.
it, for middle school?
Yeah.
Wow, and then you're off to high school. So
Yeah.
which high school do you want to go to?
I want to go to San Marcos.
San Marcos?
Yeah. I like the campus the most, and I like their basketball team.
Oh, it's their
Yeah.
basketball team,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah.
So what position do you play in basketball?
I play power forward, it's called, and sometimes center.
And do you like that? Is it a lot of running around?
Yeah, yeah,
You enjoy that?
yeah.
Well, how about you coming back and telling us how things are doing another time on Tutu Time? We'd love to have you back, Calvin. Yeah. And so best of luck. And I guess you've just started the basketball season, correct?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, the best of luck to Calvin. And you want to shout out to your family out there? I know you've got family in Florida. So you want to shout out to all of them
Hi,
up there?
family.
Hi, family, he says. Well, they can watch this on YouTube when it comes out. It will be playing for a month in Santa Barbara, but they can watch it online too. And that's www.tvsb.tv//voice. So anyway, everybody, so let's say bye-bye for now. Say bye-bye to Calvin. Bye, everybody, from Tutu Time. Well, welcome back to the Mini Woodstock Festival. I hope you enjoyed Tutu Time this month. I have an absolute exciting guest. This lady is a total star, and many, many people will know this lady either from TVSB over the years or because you've seen films that she's in or you've been at her acting classes. Yes, her name is Lori Hull. Everybody in Santa Barbara, I'm sure, knows that name. I'm very, very excited because she's been around for years and years. In fact, I wanted to show you a photograph of Lori when she was with Lee Strasberg. Yes, Lori teaches a method acting is what Lori does, and she teaches it all around the world. So yes, she's a Foreave Stars International, and we're very excited, and she belongs to the U.S. bands, including Co-op, because Lori lives in Santa Barbara. But you can see her also as another wonderful picture of Lori with Shelley Winters, and she was one of my favorite actors when I was a little girl. I loved Shelley, and I think many people do. So anyway, without any further ado, there's one other photograph I would like to show, but I'm going to ask Lori, tell us who this person that you're with here, Lori.
That is Elia Kazan, the great director, award-winning director who directed On the Waterfront, Streetcar Named Desire, and has won many awards. My daughter did her first movie with him. He discovered her. She played Kirk Douglas's daughter in the arrangement, and I was able to follow them around and pick Kazan's brains. So consequently, the book, which you see here, which I wrote, has a directing chapter, and it's mostly Kazan, what I learned from him.
I'm so excited because Lee Strasberg actually took his method of acting from the gentleman in Russia. Can you please tell him the name, because it's really hard for me to say these Russian names.
From Stanislavski.
Stanislavski.
And he studied with people who had studied with Stanislavski, and it came full circle when my daughter and I were asked to go to the Pompidou Center in Paris, France, to teach at an international Stanislavski conference. And
what year was that?
Well, that was 1988.
Wow.
And even then, I was pleased that people all over the world had my book, Strasberg's Method, but it's had several updates since then, several updates of pictures and information. And then, as you know, since then, my husband, Bill Smithers, and I have produced DVDs, which we're also showing, which demonstrate the work, acting techniques, as well as Bill does, well, critiques of scenes, like of Charles S. Dutton and various people in the business.
Wow.
And these are 2-hour DVDs. Oh, and since this is a promotion show, I must add they're both available at Granada Books. in Santa Barbara. The book and the DVDs, as well as Amazon, Samuel French, and bookstores in New York City and around the world.
Well, that's wonderful. I told you I had an exciting international star. And Laurie's, you know, she's done so many things. Before I go any further, if everyone's going, what the heck did you do here? Well, the electricity company decided to turn off all the electricity one day, and silly me and anybody out there, please don't do this. I wanted coffee. So instead of like waiting or whatever, I put water on the gas, and as I poured it on, I scalded myself. So I've had some fun this week trying to work with one hand. I have no idea how anyone does it. I totally have sympathy for everybody out there who is has a disability, because I can't wait for my hand to be back. It'll be fine by Monday, my doctor said. So please don't send us lots of letters going, what was Ravel doing with her hand in a bandage?
Okay.
Said, I really want to hear you were born in Iowa.
Right.
So let's hear about that. Laurie as a little girl. I want to know Laurie as a little girl.
Okay, I was, I would say a movie star fan. I took all the books about movie stars. And when I graduated from high school, I said, well, I was going to be teaching in Paris. And I thought that was just a dream. But as I said, it came true. I did teach in Paris. And then I went to Drake University. And in 1990, they named me their Alumni Achievement Award.
How wonderful.
And then I moved to Wisconsin, and I was a drama coordinator for a school, Fond du Lac
Isn't
Public
that where
Schools.
you invited Lee?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Because I also was president of the State Theater Group, and Governor Knowles put me on his Wisconsin Arts Council, the group that decides the funding from NEA. And then my daughter and I studied with Lee.
Lee Strasberg.
And he accepted her at 16 as his youngest student, and she's the one who teaches with me now in Santa Barbara and Santa Monica.
And her name's
Diane Hull. And when you go to our website, you'll see, you know, about both of us. Well, then Lee Strasberg asked me to teach for him. So I was his senior faculty member for 12 years. And I was the only faculty member that he asked to teach understanding of the method.
Wow.
That was one of the courses. And when I taught for him, I also went to all of his classes, and I sat with a microphone in front of his mouth, not only in classes, but also in faculty meetings, so I could ask him questions. So I have a garage full of all sorts of Lee Strasberg
And your book
tapes.
is basically about that kind of method acting, right?
Right.
Awesome.
And I had a passion, a real passion to write that book, because after Lee died in 1982, and then Kazan later, there was so much misunderstanding about method techniques. And I had all these tapes, and I had interviewed Kazan, who, you know, who was on mostly the directing chapter of my book. And so I really had a passion to write the book, and it started out as a PhD dissertation, which Lee read, and he approved. He said, yes, this is correct.
Wow.
So, you know, that was just a green light. I took it from there to get the book published because I wanted to set the record straight about what these all-time greats were teaching.
What brought you to Santa Barbara? Because obviously if you're in Hollywood with Lee Strasberg, I know that all the actors and the directors years ago used to come to use Santa Barbara as the getaway for their romance. Is that how you and Bill got together?
I got together at the Actors Studio.
In Hollywood?
In Hollywood.
Okay.
I was a member of a directors, writers unit, and Bill was the head of it, doing the critiques. He has a wonderful resume, Dallas Awards in New York, and so forth. And we met at the Actors Studio. And finally...
Was it love at first sight?
Not really.
Well, it was romantic, though, huh?
Right. He was divorced, and then I was divorced from my husband in Wisconsin, and then a few years later, he and I started dating. And we dated for 12 years,
Wow.
And finally, we married and decided that we wanted to buy a house somewhere. So we chose Santa Barbara because we both just loved Santa Barbara. And so this is where we bought our house.
So,
And I have a nice big courtyard and living room where I can teach here.
year was that you and Bill ended up coming to Santa Barbara?
1996. And I was teaching also for the American Film Institute.
Oh, yes, here we are. Here. Can you
For
see
5 years, I taught there, and I was able to drive then and commute.
this? That's amazing. So you would go, and this was in Los Angeles,
Yes.
New York. So you kept going everywhere?
Yes, and
all
I
these
commuted. I
places?
commuted down to Santa Monica classes and to teach for AFI, and finally now, my commuting whenever I teach is transported by my actress teacher daughter Diane Hall.
That's wonderful. I gotta tell you, I'm getting lazy about leaving this town now, because I traveled so much throughout my life. But it's like, oh gosh, do I have to get on a plane and go to London? Do I have to get on a plane and go to Australia? And that's such a long way away. And I'm just like inspired by your traveling. She took off for, England last September for a whole
That's
week.
right.
Goes to Paris. She has a wonderful dog that goes with her. I mean, it's like wow, so-
Actually, it was longer than a week, counting
The
our
whole trip.
travel time. The intensive in London, which was so gratifying because they were so eager and it was full to capacity. That was like our intensive that we sometimes teach here in Santa Monica. That was a full week, and so we did some sightseeing, and we're in Paris before and after. We
85 years of age, traveling the world like this. I mean, come on, this is amazing. I'm teaching. How wonderful.
Well, my daughter taught with me, and my grandson went along to carry the bags and help us with business.
It was like a family business.
I had a lot of help, right?
Total entrepreneur, folks.
Right.
Oh, it's exciting. So tell us, what do you have in store now? I know you're keeping up your Our View program.
Yes.
Laurie is a producer of the Our View program on TVSB.
And host.
And host. And so what does that entail? What sort of, I know it's probably a talk show, right?
It's a talk show, and I interview whomever I want. One of the people I interviewed was Diane Ladd, the mother of a former acting student of mine, Laura Dern. I taught Laura Dern.
You watch that Our View on TVSB, and maybe Mark will stick it on straight after the mini Woodstock, so you'll get a double whammy and Laurie when she's on. It's exciting, and well, I'm just wondering, is there anything else you want to tell everybody out there?
Well,
what do you want to tell them that they can take away with them? Say they wanted to be an actress or an actor.
Okay.
Well, now they call everybody actors. They don't say actress and actor.
Yes.
The gender is no different anymore. It's everybody's an actor. So if they wanted to be in this field, why don't you share with the
Okay.
viewers, what is it they would need to do,
The important thing is to take lessons from an acting teacher that you respect and believe in. But you can also read my book and look at the DVDs. The book is a complete actor training, relaxation, concentration, sensory work, effective memory, improvisation, scene work, the complete training. And then the 2 DVDs, which people often look at before they start to study with Diane and me, demonstrate all that. There's first the method, which was directed by my husband, William Smithers, and it is the beginning of the work. It shows how we start with relaxation, because it's so important for actors to clear themselves physically, mentally, and emotionally so they concentrate on what concerns them as the actor
part.
in the role, right. And then we demonstrate several of the other techniques and exercises. And then in the method 2, they're both 2 hours long, 4 hours altogether, we demonstrate advanced training, the emotional work, the effective memory, which is recalling something from your own life. But having said all this, I would like to quote Lee Strasberg. He said, method acting is what fine actors have been doing for over 2,000 years, using themselves, using what they know. Because you don't know Marlon Brando's emotion, you don't know Al Pacino's emotion, or Shelley Winters whom we talk. You just have your own. The actor is the clay from which a character is molded. And I have a reading list in my book, and one of the people is Boleslavsky, who was one of Strasberg's teachers, the 6 lessons. And I often quote this. He asks, a student asked him, what if I have to murder someone? I've never done that. I can't live that, you know. And the answer is, start with a basis of truth. Start with something you know. It can be something as simple as a mosquito and you hit it, and then you add to it with your imagination. Now, Shelley Winters, who often sent me students, as I said, including Laura Dern, often talked to my classes, and I'm sorry she's not with us anymore. She was a hoot and wonderful. But she tells how, when she wanted to have an emotion as if she wanted to kill someone, she chased a former lover across the hills of Beverly Hills after a party. He was on foot and she was in a car. Luckily, she did not run him down. So I have all sorts of stories like that.
That's wonderful. It seems to me like the DVDs especially, somebody who was a teacher could get these DVDs and teach their acting class in high school or
Absolutely.
even junior high or college.
And they do.
So there you go.
I just heard from a former student in Romania, and she said, I was so thrilled. She was doing graduate work at the university. She said, I was so thrilled. My acting teacher played your DVD for our class.
Isn't that
and so
wonderful?
that happens all over.
Wow.
Yes,
So
yes.
so we do not want you to pass, but at least there's something you've left behind, which is, I think, what we all want to do.
Yes,
You know, I know
yes.
myself, by doing the mini Woodstock Festival and having people from all over the world from the Foreave Stars International that I've met throughout the time of my life, it's something very, very, you know, it's like a library. It's like having something you've left behind. And I think that's so important to each and every one of us.
Yes, and
So
often
exciting.
it's a lifetime.
And yours, definitely.
It took me 14 years to finish writing the book because life kept getting in the way. Directing shows.
Right.
I didn't do much acting except, you know,
A lot of
with my daughter when I was younger. But directing and writing. And finally, the book was published. And there was a great big dinner for me at the by the Authors Club at the LA Press Club. Martin Landau talked, Shelley Winters, Susan Strasberg, John Agar, Shirley Temple's former husband. And I was asked to talk as the author. And I said to this book publicist guy who I started to have, I don't know what to say. And he said, just say that writing and publishing the book was like a 14-year pregnancy.
Ooh, yeah.
It finally came out.
Finally
So
burst.
that's what I did. And then it took another 10 years before Bill and I finally did the first method DVD. And we tried to edit together, and you and Dan will appreciate this. We kept disagreeing.
Oh, yes.
And so he finally signed it all over to me and said, I'm afraid we're going to break up unless just one of us does it, you know.
Oh, wonderful.
And then but he directed it. Another 10 years for the second DVD.
Wow.
And that was because I was teaching workshops all over, and there was a man from Bravo who kept filming my workshops. And so I loaded them with people from my classes who I knew
So Bravo, the
would
television
do,
network?
yeah.
How wonderful.
Who I knew would, I think it played in Europe, I'm not sure it played here. I loaded it with people who I knew would do good work, like show emotional affective memory, which isn't even necessary unless the person can't get emotion. And he gave me the rights to all of what he filmed. So most of that is the second DVD, even though my husband Bill is also on there guiding Charles S. Dutton in a scene.
Wow, he's a great actor.
So I have been very fortunate to have all this help from the Bravo guy, my daughter, and my husband, who have helped me with the book and the DVDs. And I've just been very fortunate.
A wonderful experience.
Well, it's been fun.
It's been a lot of fun.
I've
That's
enjoyed
what the
talking
Woodstock
to you.
Festival's about.
Right.
Having fun. So listen, everybody out there, don't adjust your TV sets. Remember, you're on TVSB. Don't change that channel, because we may have finished with Laurie right now with our interview. But guess what's coming up next? Yes, it's the musician segment. And I'm sure we have a fun musician. So stay tuned and keep watching Mini Woodstock Festival. Bye for now.
Cheers.
Cheers, Laurie. Hi there. Well, welcome back to the Mini Woodstock Festival. And yes, we're at the musician segment. Now, don't touch your TVSB set. You're on channel 17. It's the best station to be on. And if you can't get us on television, then look us up online. www.tvsb.tv/voice. Here we are at the musician segment of the Mini Woodstock Festival, and I have a great guest with me today. And his name, that everybody in Santa Barbara probably knows, is Kevin Pittman. So hi, Kevin. Pleased to meet you.
Thanks for having me on the show.
Oh, you're welcome. So Kevin, you know, I know you through Arthur. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Were you born here? And
I was.
Okay, tell us about your family.
I grew up in between Goleta and Santa Barbara. Yeah, right by Woody's. I grew up with both my parents were musicians. So,
Really?
Yeah, went to my mom's music practices every day as a kid. So I grew up around music, fell in love with it then. And then my neighbors were all musicians as well. At one point I was living next door to, I think, 7 guitarists.
Well, where are all these guitarists when you need them?
So that was really fun. My next door neighbor actually turned his garage into a recording studio too.
Nice.
Yeah. So I originally learned from my dad, who taught me how to play originally, and then my neighbor, Johnny Paloa, who was actually in a local band called Holden for a long time. They're pretty popular. He taught me basically the rest and kind of really got my love for music going. And that's where I learned most of my...
So you think that your love of music you just loved it from well, Arthur was 2. And so it was because it was in our family. So you're thinking because it's in your family and everybody around you. So how old were you when all that began?
I didn't really, as a kid, for some reason, I wasn't particularly drawn to music. But then once I kind of found an interest in guitar, then everything flipped and I was just in love with it and couldn't get enough of it. And I just listened to music 24/7 from that point on. And that was probably when I was about 13 years old.
Wow.
So it was kind of actually hit late, but yeah, definitely.
So at school, which schools did you go to around here?
I went to St. Raphael's for elementary and junior high, which was right by my house actually. I went to Dos Pueblos High School for high school, and then went to CC for a little while. And then ever since then, I've just been kind of doing my own thing.
Right, but as far as music, were you in like the jazz band or any of the music programs at DP? Because is that where you met Arthur?
I actually met Arthur through some mutual friends. We had started a band, and then the drummer had, I think he lives right by here as well. And so we had Arthur come over and kind of show him some stuff, how to set up his drums. And then we jammed with Arthur, and we all just kind of hit it off. And then ended up starting our own thing actually with him.
And that was called Fireside. If any of you out there, I remember we used to go to DP and go and hear you guys over there, and that was a lot of fun. So I'm really happy that you were able to come on today and be our star musician for this segment. It's great. So tell us, is there any other kinds of things that you're really into? I know you were talking a bit about something before we came on here. It was a way to feel better about yourself.
Well, yeah, my real love is helping people and kind of help people kind of realize themselves and get to their full potential. So I also do a therapy called holographic kinetics.
Holographic kinetics, wow.
And that's recently kind of actually taken over my priorities as opposed to music. Music was before, but that's my other love is helping people. So that's kind of taken the priority recently. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm a therapist with that, and trying to do that full time right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Brothers and sisters, you didn't mention that. You said the mom and the
I
dad.
have 2 older brothers, and then we grew up with our neighbors. Basically, they're our second family. So my neighbor who taught me how to play guitar was basically my 3rd brother. So
Yeah, they're all.
Are they still in Santa Barbara, or did they all move away?
My brothers are still in the Santa Barbara area. One of them lives in Carpinteria now with his family. But then my neighbor I think he's in Austin, Texas now, starting a career in music over there. He was in Berkeley School of Music for a long time, but.
So you
yeah.
had nieces and nephews, or
Mhm.
yeah, how nice! And so they live in Carpinteria.
Yes, they do. And my niece is definitely going to be a performer of some type.
Really?
Yeah, she already has a toy guitar that she's been jamming out on and doing performances. She's only
Wow. How
2.5.
old is she?
2.5.
Wonderful. She should come on Tutu Time
Yeah.
and to let us know how to, because you know we have a segment Tutu Time on Mini Woodstock, and then that's for 0 age to 21. So you know it would be lovely to have her. So maybe you can talk to your mother, and maybe her mum and her can come on Tutu Time sometime. That sounds great. All right. What are your plans for the future, other than I know you said you're starting this new kind of business with the holographs, is it?
Yeah, holographic kinetics is what it's called.
Holographic kinetics. I really have to have you back on.
Definitely.
Can share that with Lucy. And is there any other things that you've got in the works for summer, or?
Well, right now I'm starting a job at the Biltmore for the summer, so I'll do that. Yeah, do a full-time serving there, so that'll be fun. Kind of get some money going, and then from there on, after that, I'll be starting, definitely hitting my business full-time, and possibly moving down to LA to kind of get a bigger clientele.
Wow,
And,
so
yeah.
you really got some plans. Well, we're lucky, folks, that we got it before we moved out of Santa Barbara. So that's great. Well, okay, well, let's jam. I think it would be fun.
All right,
And
sounds
cheers.
good.
Good luck with all your endeavors, Kevin.
Thank you.
And do come back and see us, okay?
Awesome.
All right, now we're going to jam.